Well, good evening, YouTube. This is Tom back in the shack. It is Tuesday evening, January 22nd, 2019. I've made some previous videos. They will be posted prior to this one. I'm making this one in the evening at night after work because I've been going over this in my mind. At this point of the build, I had just done my VCO alignment checks. At that time, as I did on a previous video and showed you, I had the incorrect voltage on L30, and I ended up adding a turn to transformer 5 here, and that fixed my voltage problem. Then I went on to the next test. The next test was the BFO test. In the BFO test, you put it into 40 meters, you hook up your frequency counter, and your BFO should be giving you a readout of a frequency. I hooked all that up and I got 0. Searched back through the Elecraft archives of the email list, and U11 right here, this little IC chip which controls the VFO, you had to troubleshoot it, put together the RF probe, which I did, and check pin 6, which I did, and I came out with a reading which was much too high, I believe. I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. It was off. It was wrong. I sent an email into Elecraft again, and Mr. Don Wilhelm, the expert, in-house expert of K2s, responded that I should, recheck all these connections, because if this little chip, originally when this radio came out in the year 2000, they had chips that fit into these pins, and they're no longer available now. They have to buy surface mount ones, which they have installed on these little circuit boards, and you actually put them in with little pins. So I needed to go through and check all these pins out for continuity, and that was my next thing. But before I did that, I needed to go back and look at all the different components that are related to the BFO right here, which are these two crystals. I verified they are correct. I verified all these solder joints looked okay, and the book says, and I will simply read it to you, if your BFO range is less than 3.6 kilohertz, and I had no readout, you may have the wrong varactor diodes installed in D37 and 38. Okay, or the wrong crystals at X3 or X4. I have the right crystals. These are the diodes. Let me just show you. Well, I don't want to pull it out. These are just sitting in here because I just put them in the board. I completely missed them. Never put them in. They're not soldered in yet. I'm about to solder them in. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'm making this as a prelude, hopefully, to me putting them in and getting the right frequency readout. So I went back and looked where I should have put them in, and I found, oh gosh, that light is too bright. We're totally washing that out, aren't we? There we go. I had made a little note. All these diodes, you put them in, you check them off, and I made a little note that I had 2 left. Well, I circled it just now and put an explanation point, because that was D37 and D38, which is right here. Install at D37 and 38, and I even checked it off. I have no idea why I checked this off. I'm thinking, well, maybe I put them in the wrong spot. I have to look through the board and see if I stuck them in somewhere else. Make sure I didn't, but I didn't put them in. So I'm now going to solder them in, and then we're going to recheck the frequency readout for the BFO, and I'm going to anticipate it's going to work this time with the proper components installed on the board. I wanted to share my mistakes with everybody because, you know, everybody makes them, and maybe it'll help somebody else. I'll be back. 73. Okay, YouTube. Sorry I had moved the mic. I'm going to have to set the mic up in a cup again. Just a minute. I'm off camera, just getting the mic set up so that I'm talking into it. Alright, I have soldered in those two diodes that I missed. And I'm going to do this test on camera for the first time since I've put them back in. Okay, I'm going to read it. We are on BFO test. The BFO beat frequency oscillator will be tested in the following steps. Switch to the 40 meter band. I have to turn it on first. Connect the frequency counter, that's the internal one, to the BFO test point TP2 on the right side, blah, blah, blah. Using the menu, select Cal factor. All right, it tells you how to turn on the counter. Okay, so let's power it up first of all. Make sure I have no wires and touching my circuit board anywhere. Okay, here we go. We're going to power it up. All right, we're on 40 meters, so I'll just put that to 0. All right, 40 meters. We go to the menu. We go to the counter. Whoops. I always screw that up. And the counter's on. We have all zeros. That's the counter. I'm going to take my probe and touch it to test point 2. 1, 2, 3, touch. Hallelujah. 4913.61. There you go. It helps when you put all the parts in. Using the menu, all right, you should show a frequency between 4908 and 4918. 4913 is below 198. Got it. If you see a stable frequency, blah, 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 right. When you're in the frequency counter mode, the band plus and negative switchers can be used to check the range. First, tap the band plus and write down that range. And I think that's the one we're in. Okay, there it is. Let me just, where's my pencil? My high range, 4917.60 must be greater than 4916.3. We are perfect. Okay. And put the negative one to find the lower range one. 4911.98 must be less than 4912. We're just under 4912. And then you subtract one from the other, which I'll do off camera. Calculator. I know you're probably watching this at home and I've already figured it out, but I'm doing it with the calculator anyway. 491760 minus 4911.98. I have a difference of 5.62. Must be greater than 3.6. We have a working BFO, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God. All right. If your BFO is less, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not less. If the BFO is shifted too high or too low, it could be one of the following, da, da, da. We are right on the money. So the next thing to do is the BFO alignment. I will not be doing that on camera. It's getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock. I do have to get up for work in the morning. But I wanted to get this on camera tonight And if you're on the Elecraft Reflector, you're going to see my emails back and forth about this before you see this video. I shot a lot of these videos over the weekend, and then I went to work, and I never produced them. So I'm going to be producing and posting about 3 or 4 videos on this whole thing over the next week. They will be coming out a few days after they were actually done. But there you have it. I'm going to put this on there one last time on test point 2. We have 4911.98 for low, 4917.60 for high. We have a working BFO. All right, thanks for watching. 73.